In this video, let's take a closer look at Fix-It Felix Jr. from the movie Wreck-It Ralph. Essentially, Fix-It Felix Jr. comes directly from the classic fictional 1980s arcade game that shares his name. He is the undisputed hero of his own game, the dependable guy who diligently shows up to repair every single piece of damage that Ralph manages to cause. He represents the ideal of the classic video game protagonist, and because of this role, Felix truly has no personal understanding of what it feels like to be disliked or hated by others. Instead, he is constantly showered with praise and love. He's on the receiving end of unconditional respect from everyone around him. He's widely regarded as the ultimate golden boy of the entire arcade world, the one who can do no wrong. This means that unlike Ralph, who lives with the constant sting of being the designated villain, Felix has absolutely no frame of reference for the painful experience of being rejected, marginalized, or deeply misunderstood. Felix, in all his interactions, is polite to absolutely everyone. He consistently treats people with genuine kindness, even when he finds himself in situations where he is confused, frustrated, or legitimately upset. He almost never gets truly angry and certainly rarely lashes out at anyone. This behavior is clearly rooted in his origin. He was programmed from the start to embody that classic flawless hero archetype, the good guy who simply does everything correctly every single time. However, all that perfection comes with a subtle drawback. He is also noticeably naive and at times, a bit clueless about the messy reality of life and emotions outside his game. He never really had the chance to grow beyond the role he was initially designed for. This is primarily because up until the events of the film kick off, Felix never actually had to face any real struggles or challenges in his life that would push him outside his comfort zone and force him to mature and change. Because he was always receiving overwhelming praise and enjoying such universal adoration, he unfortunately never really focused his attention on the people around him who were being consistently rejected or pushed away, particularly Ralph. Ralph, as the designated villain, was constantly being ostracized, forced to sleep alone in a dusty dump, and excluded from every single social gathering and celebration the other characters held. Felix never challenged this status quo, and it wasn't because he was mean-spirited or cruel. The simple truth is that he simply couldn't comprehend what that kind of exclusion felt like because he was so completely accustomed to his own life as the unchallenged favorite. Felix also comes to a crucial practical realization: without Ralph, his own game simply wouldn't work. He would actually become utterly useless without his supposed nemesis. Think about it, Ralph's entire purpose in the game is to break things down. If there is nothing broken, then there is absolutely nothing left for Felix to fix, and with nothing to be fixed, the central reason for Felix's existence, the very purpose of his programming, becomes non-existent. This is why they are, in fact, the perfect complement to one another within the structure of their game.
You don't know what it's like to be rejected and treated like a criminal.
Yes, I do. That's every day of my life.
It is?
They are two halves of a whole, and both are incredibly essential and important for the operation of Fix-It Felix Jr. Now, let's spend some time talking about his truly wonderful relationship with Sergeant Tamora Jean Calhoun.
Jiminy, Jiminy. Look at that high definition, your face. It's amazing.
This whole dynamic is arguably one of the most unexpected, funniest, and undeniably sweetest parts of the entire film. Their entire connection is fundamentally built upon the dramatic contrast between their personalities and their worlds. Calhoun is the epitome of the tough-hardened and intensely military-minded character, while Felix is the definition of soft, cheerful, and much more emotionally open. Despite their differences, their chemistry works beautifully because they fill essential needs in each other's lives. Felix is the one who introduces genuine warmth, unconditional kindness, and a little bit of needed silliness into Calhoun's life, which has been profoundly shaped by past trauma and tragedy. This romance and the challenges it brings help Felix gain significant emotional maturity, transforming him from a simple program into a complex individual. Their story is one for the ages, and they eventually get married, which is a truly heartwarming moment at the end of the first film. By the time the second movie rolls around, they have seamlessly become a fantastic comedic duo, working together and even making the huge decision to adopt all of the orphaned Sugar Rush racers, cementing their unconventional family. This shows just how much Felix's character truly evolved over the course of the story.